Canon has finally teased the arrival of the EOS R1, which is supposedly scheduled to arrive in 2024. So what can we expect from this camera? What are its rumored specs? Let's find out. So first, let's talk about the sensor of the R1. The R1 is rumored to feature a 30 megapixel stack sensor, full frame obviously, and the stack sensor would basically allow the R1 to have huge output in terms of frame rate, but also in terms of image quality resolution. Now we don't know yet if the R1 will feature a global shutter or not, but that could be a possibility and something that more and more camera brands are trying to feature in their flagship. So that is not out of the question. Now the R1 is rumored to allow you to shoot at 120 frames per second continuously, without having to worry about buffer or without having to worry about any limitation when it comes to the shooting time. You supposedly will be able to shoot at this frame rate, which is ideal for people who are into actions or into fast-paced subjects or sports or anything. So if that's the case, that will be a real competitor for the Sony A9, which at the moment doesn't really have any. Now, in terms of a feature that we've seen more and more in cameras, pre-shooting. Typically, when you want to shoot a subject, your camera will start recording data at the moment you press the shutter. But your camera, in the case of the R1 or other cameras that have this feature, will start doing the pre-shooting 1 second before to make sure that in cases where your human reflexes are not fast enough to get the moment, you will still be able to get it and still get those pictures, whether it is for action shots or maybe for wildlife shots where you have really fast birds that are coming in and out of frame. You will kind of be guaranteed to get the shots that you need. Now, in terms of autofocus, the R1 is also rumored to come with the full suite of subject detection, meaning human, birds, animal, insects, cars, plane, train, etc. that we've seen more and more brands implementing in their camera thanks to AI recognition. So this will be also something that will be part of the R1. Now, in terms of video, the R1 is rumored to feature a 6.2K and 4.7K RAW recording. Yes, RAW recording capabilities in the Canon. And this will be done with 12-bit. Now, if this is true, it will really be a very capable cinema camera with RAW recording capabilities that we will be able to play around. But when I hear this kind of very high-end capabilities, my question is, will it overheat? If it overheats and we are limited in terms of recording duration, that could be an issue. But if the camera doesn't necessarily have very constraint, like a huge constraint in terms of recording limit, that could be a very nice tool for videographers out there who want the best quality of image possible. Now, the 6.7K is rumored to come at 60 frames per second, with the 4.2K coming at 120 frames per second, and again, everything in RAW recording. So I hope that you have a lot of storage. Okay, so we do have images of the front of the camera and the front of the camera only. So what we can see is that the camera features several dials as well as several function buttons. I suppose that those buttons will be customizable. However, we don't know anything yet when it comes to ports and when it comes to peripherals. I do assume though that due to the rumored specs that we discussed, this camera should feature at least a dual CF Express Type B slots, as well as Ethernet port if that's needed on sets or for people who need that access connection directly to the internet. Now, I'm also really curious when it comes to connections, whether it should be through HDMI or through SDI. But yeah, overall very excited about the announcement. Let us know down in the comment if you have any questions about the R1 or if you have any other speculations, and we'll see you at PRONEWS in the next video.